Welcome to ABC4 News. We're hearing from Spencer Cox as the AP declared him the projected winner for Utah governor here tonight.
Let's go to the governor's mansion and listen in.
Okay, again, he's outside the governor's mansion in Salt Lake. We're going to take a listen.
Received a call from Representative Brian King. He was incredibly kind and gracious, and I want to thank him for the campaign that he ran, and thank him for the great phone call that we were able to have tonight. It was a wonderful discussion. We served together in the legislature, and I'm just so impressed with him and with his passionate followers. Tonight was a great night for the state of Utah, and really put an exclamation point on everything that Lieutenant Governor Henderson and I and our cabinet, our senior staff, the entire state of Utah, the legislators, mayors, commissioners, and the good people that live here have been able to accomplish over the past 4 years. We live in an amazing state, and we've been able to solve so many of our biggest problems together. We were able to do record tax cuts. We were able to give record increases in funding for our teachers, able to hold social media companies accountable, and we still have more to do. We know that we have to work to lower the price of housing so that our kids and grandkids can afford to live here. Build those 35,000 starter homes over the next 5 years. We know that we have to double energy production in this state and across the country, and Utah is going to lead the way in making that happen as well. We're going to continue to work to fight the terrible opioid addiction and homelessness that is plaguing so much of the country, but also impacting us here. And we look forward to collaborating and working together to solve those problems. Now, this is a great night for us, and obviously lots of people are celebrating. There's some people who aren't celebrating tonight who didn't have as good a night, and I want to thank them as well. Again, I want to thank Representative King and his supporters, Representative Lyman and his supporters, everybody who ran tonight, and the people who supported them. We were not elected to just represent the people who voted for us. We were elected to represent everyone in the state of Utah, and our promise, as it has always been, is that we will work harder than everyone else, and that we will represent you. We will listen to you. We will learn from you. We have learned so much listening to the people who disagreed with us, who didn't vote for us over the past several months, and we're better leaders because of that. We look forward to continuing that dialogue and hearing from you and working together to make better decisions. I'm so fortunate to have an amazing lieutenant governor. These are difficult days for lieutenant governors. I know, because I was one, and it's definitely been a long day. We appreciate the patience of everyone. The right to vote is so critical to who we are as a nation, and I'm grateful that we were able to keep polling places open so that everyone was able to vote. I'm grateful for the poll workers and the county clerks, everyone who has dedicated so much to get through today and to preserve these freedoms that mean so much to us. So again, congratulations to everyone who won tonight. It's been a good day across the state of Utah for Republicans, a good day across the nation as well. And with that, Lieutenant Governor, say a few words.
Thank you, Governor. You know, I echo the words of Governor Cox. We are committed to making sure that we're representing all of Utah, not just the people who supported us politically. We came into office 4 years ago with the idea that we would make sure that Utah stayed special, that Utah was a leader in so many ways. And it's been a challenging 4 years, but we've been able to, I think, do a lot of really good things. We're excited about doing good things for the next 4 years. And I do want to say to the media that's here, I want to thank you for the way you have stepped up to make sure that Utahns have accurate voting information. We could not do what we do without the information that you put out to voters, and we're grateful for that. I am personally grateful for that. So I just want to acknowledge that. Thank you for doing your jobs well, even if sometimes we don't like what you say. You do your jobs very, very well, and we want to acknowledge that. Thanks, Governor.
We're happy to take a few questions.
Governor, address the main allegations in Bill Lyman's claim. Did anyone in your campaign recruit the other two Lymans to get in there?
No, they did not. Look, these are hard hard campaigns for sure, and a lot of allegations have been thrown out there for sure, and those things happen. I wish they didn't happen, but they did, and so we're here, and we're going to continue to serve. We're grateful that the people of Utah saw through those allegations and those lies, and that we were able to be reelected tonight. And again, we are going to work with everyone, the people who supported him, and we understand the passion behind that, but we look forward to mending some of those fences over the next few months and years.
Madam Lieutenant Governor, was it a mistake to wait to release the partial vote results until after the last voter voted tonight?
I don't think it was a mistake to wait. No, in fact, it's common practice. We wanted to make sure that people were able to vote without the influence of knowing what the results were preliminarily.
What was the breakdown
We're still waiting for all of that. The breakdown. Oh, the breakdown in.
tonight?
So,
Numbers of people voting,
yeah.
lack of polling places?
Let me address that. I don't know that there was a breakdown. I don't think we can necessarily call it a breakdown. What we had was an influx of new voters, really. A lot of these are provisional ballots, and provisional ballots take a lot longer. We did learn some things, and the good thing I think about elections is every time we see a bump or a little mistake, we learn from it. So what we have seen that next time we can improve the process for provisional ballots. I think that will help. We'll make that easier for people, easier for the clerks. We, had a lot of people show up on election day to vote in person, and people, we encourage them to, vote early next time. Most people did vote early, but it was those provisional ballots, I think, that really held up a lot of those lines.
Was there a reason a couple counties had problems and the other 20 plus didn't?
Well, look, clerks are required to have in-person polling locations on election day, but they're not told how many to have. They're a lot of that is up to them. They're required to have a certain amount based on the law, but some of that is up to them. And I think there was just a little bit of a failure to plan appropriately, especially for one county in particular. But I do want to acknowledge that the poll workers, the election workers in all of our counties were just incredible. They did their jobs well. Nothing goes perfectly in elections. When you have a system run by thousands of individuals, you're going to have some human error. That's just part of the process. I'm grateful for the Utahns who are patient, really grateful for the voters who stuck it out in line in the cold. If you're going to have a problem, having a lot of people show up to vote is a good problem to have.
Which county failed to plan?
There was a little bit of a problem with planning in Utah County.
Any advice you'd have for that county clerk, or what happened in that county that could have gone better?
Well, I think that's something that we'll look at and maybe talk through with him and see if there are better things that can be done next time.
Governor, can you please talk a bit more about how you plan to build bridges between Utahns after this very contentious election cycle?
Sure, yeah. Well, again, elections are always contentious. You can go back to the founding of our nation, and it's been a hallmark of American politics for sure, and not just American politics, but all across the globe. And I think the way we do that is to listen and to be responsive. And the successes will speak the loudest, and what we're able to accomplish. Again, the people have spoken, and they like what we've accomplished over the past 4 years, and we have more to do. And I think by solving those problems, working together, working collaboratively with those who disagree with us, will certainly help to mend some of those fences.
What did you learn?
Hey guys, we're gonna do one more question with this one, okay?
And Governor, speaking of contention, you weren't the biggest fan of Trump forever. Things are tight right now. If he does become president again, how will you work with him to improve Utah?
Yeah, we'll work very closely with him. Over the past few months, I've had an opportunity to establish a very positive relationship with him, and there will be lots of opportunities. We have a list of things ready to go to work on if he's successful. It seems I haven't seen the latest numbers. I know an hour ago it was looking very good. I don't know if things have changed at all. We've been very focused on our race tonight, so I'm a little behind on what's happening nationally. But I said today on social media, I've been saying it for a long time, that I would for everybody out there, when someone tells you that that one person getting elected will destroy our country, like, you shouldn't listen to those people. Our country is so much bigger and stronger than any one person. So whatever happens tonight or over the next couple days, as the ballots are all counted, whoever that winner is, Utah will be successful. We've proven we have a track record showing that we were incredibly successful during a Trump administration, and we were incredibly successful during a Biden administration. Now, it was a lot harder when we had to sue the administration 60+ times, as we have done over the past 4 years, but even so, we were able to be successful. So if President Trump wins, we will have a very positive working relationship.
Do you think in July, you said he could moderate his tone, unite the country, bridge the divides? Do you still, since then, probably hasn't lived up to that hope?
Yeah, no, he and I have had conversations about that. His style is obviously very different than ours, and it seems to have worked. We'll see what the final results come to be. But my hope is to be able to work with him and our party across the country to help bring our tone to the rest of the country. I believe that one of the reasons we're so successful is because of the way that we treat each other. And I believe he can be more successful if we're able to work together with people who disagree with us. Thanks, everyone. Have a great night.
Thank you. Thanks for waiting.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Okay, we've been listening in there on Governor Spencer Cox's victory speech there as he looks forward now to a second term.
Okay, we thank you for joining us here on the breaking news on the race to Utah governor. We're going to send it back to ABC News.